Welcome back everyone to my hardcore survival series. We are once again in the city, which we have decided is going to be called, I think Palmcrest or something like that. Pinecrest Valley. Yeah, we're in the Pinecrest Valley of our survival city, and we are going to be working on this mountain right here. This mountain is a bit of an eyesore. We cleared up a lot of this space in the last video, but I want to actually make this more of a cliffside and have this road kind of going up there. Maybe some curved roads coming from the side, and maybe even start building some civilization up here. We have a lot of terraforming to do in today's video, so I'm definitely gonna have to repair my tools here because these ones are about beat. Apparently I left this beacon just floating. It's not even full. I don't even know where the rest of the iron is. We're also probably going to be finishing like some of these roads here, getting an idea for this spot because I have an idea of making this kind of drop down and the road kind of come down quite a bit here. That way you can sort of like connect to this like natural lake right here. I kind of want to implement this into the city, but it's a little bit too high right now, so I'm going to have to drop the streets down. I do need to say though, I got to restock on fireworks real quick, so let's hop over to the firework area that we just made. This is super cool. Look at this. Bam. Fully stocked with fireworks. It's going to keep restocking automatically. I am really happy about this gas station project, which we also need to finish. So I'm probably going to be like doing this and just finishing a bunch of stuff around the city to kind of catch up to what we are right now. And that probably includes some trucks and different vehicles on the road. But first, we got to go ahead and get some more durability on our tools. We are not going to be able to proceed without anything here. I have any? Oh, they're pushing. Nice. Let's go ahead and break this too. Wait, where's my button? Who stole my button? I can just use one of these, I guess. Okay, that didn't work. There we go. Brand new button. Activate that. Oh, wait. I forgot to put water in here. There we go. Can't lie, guys. It's actually nice to be back on Java because the whole, like, offhand thing is super useful. I still don't know why they haven't added that to, you know, Bedrock Edition yet. Okay, our tools are repaired. Ignore this one. I had an idea for the future. I do need to, like, work on a building for myself. We can't keep living, you know, in the fifth wheel that we built in the very first episode. We gotta upgrade, okay? We've been building other buildings, but we need ourselves a home that's big enough to build a very big, you know, storage system. So I think in today's video, I actually want to get that planned out too. Now, I was thinking about building a manor somewhere, so just a very large piece of estate, kind of like a mansion. And I'm thinking it actually might look very nice on this mountain here. I just wonder, how does the cherry blossom biome look with shaders? Because I know on Bedrock it's super pink, but it actually looks like it's fine here. It's not super pink here. Like, it's not like this pink fade, like, I don't know why I'm saying, I'm trying to say fade, like fog and haze in the same sentence. I said fake. I just made up a word. There's not this weird haze or fog that's around there, so I think we could definitely get away with this. It's already like super flat up here too. Like, I don't have to do much to flatten this out on the very top. So I think this right here, I might actually build a manor. And since it's quite like elevated, you really won't be able to see most of the city from up here, and from down here you won't really be able to see the manor. I mean, you'll be able to see like the roof kind of peeking over the top, but for the most part, you're not going to see it. So it kind of isolates it from the main city, which is a good thing. And there's probably going to be like a winding road that's going to lead up the mountain to get to the actual manor. So that's my idea for that. But first, we have to build this cliffside. Now, luckily, I don't have to go too much far back on this. I'm thinking maybe like 3 or 4 blocks. Push this back on both sides, and then we can kind of start. Actually, no, we don't have to push it back on this side, just this side. Push this back maybe like 3 blocks and that side too, and we can start designing the actual cliff. And then needless to say, we're going to have to like push this thing back quite a bit, including like bringing the road up. This is going to take some work. Oh, we have some trespassers. Look at these guys plotting. The violence in this part of the city is already increasing. Alrighty guys, we are back and we are done with most of the terraforming for the side. We also got a big, you know, like overpass road. I'm sure you guys saw that in time lapse as well. This one, honestly, it didn't turn out like exactly how I wanted, only because I kind of like freehanded everything. I did not go on like creative to like do any measurements or calculations. I just sort of just did it by eye. It turned out all right though. I think the curve definitely looks somewhat natural. Like, it doesn't look super stiff. It has like a flow to it. Right here, I did make a mistake. This is the main part that kind of bothers me. I might like just adjust this by Actually, hang on a second. Now that I'm looking at this, why did I even do that? Could have just had it kind of like just go straight. Yeah, I might actually fix that. If I actually fix that though, I mean, it doesn't look too bad though. That's the thing. Like, you know, roads in real life aren't perfectly straight. There's gonna be situations where you have to have the road kind of do this weird indent right here. But yeah, as for this part, I actually really like the way this turned out. I do have to like make this look smoother because they're like all flat right here. Much more like these ones. These ones are better like this. That's pretty easy. That's just a matter of kind of like doing this sort of thing. Kind of giving it a bit of a, I don't know, a bit of a curve to it. Matter of fact, let's do this right now. But while I'm doing this, I do want to say that I feel like, you know, when you're playing Minecraft Hardcore, and this is obviously from first-person experience, you know, I feel like things get easier as you go, right? Like in the beginning, it's hard because you know, you don't have any armor, you don't have any food, you have nothing established, and obviously the goal is to eventually kill the Ender Dragon. But after you do the Ender Dragon and stuff and start getting some farms built, things get a lot easier and it gets a lot harder to die. Well, I mean, not harder to die, but you guys know what I mean. There we go. That actually looks a lot better. That looks much better. That's so much more like flow to it. It's crazy. Yeah, that was definitely a good addition. I do have to actually get some gray concrete to put as pavement in here, so we gotta actually have some you know, asphalt, whatever it's called. I might actually make this road a lighter color, so I might not go with gray concrete, because you know how the highways or overpasses use a lighter color. I might think of something for that, but for now, I'm just going to leave this stone, because I do want to catch up the rest of the city to where we currently are with, you know, this side. I don't want to move forward anymore until we catch everything up. So we need to get the gas station finished, which means, like, vehicles and stuff need to be lit up in here properly. The inside needs to be done. We also need to do something over here. We don't have to do the inside of this building yet, but we definitely need to like make this part look nice. All of this is flat. There's nothing here, nothing there, nothing behind this tree area. So yeah, we want to catch some things up real quick. Also, guys, I'm not like fully happy with this cliff face. I didn't really finish it because I wanted to go ahead and like design this part first before I start doing the top of it, because there's no point, and I'm gonna have to like probably break a lot of blocks to try to design the road part. But I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'm probably going to tear this part down and do it all over again. And this I might actually design in creative, or take some inspiration from like some real life mountain faces or something to kind of come with a design, because off the top of my head, I just feel like this too repetitive. It's like really repetitive on the bottom. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I need to like kind of mix it up a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna work on that, but I don't have to worry about that too much, because there's gonna be like an alignment of trees right here kind of blocking that anyways, so that's not gonna be that big of a deal. But I do want it to look kind of nice behind there, because you will be able to see some of it from in between the trees. They're not gonna be these kind of trees. They're gonna be bigger. They're not gonna be as big as this, but they're not gonna be as small as this. They're gonna be like right in the middle. There's actually a bit of an eyesore right here. Is it this? It might have been that. Something over here looks a bit off. Is it this block right here? I don't know how that got there. Yeah, I think that's what it was. It's funny because we, like, for the first time ever, have the actual, like, RV that we built in the very first episode of the series. You can actually see, like, the city from here, which is cool. This is actually about to start being a part of the city instead of just, like, on its own terrain. Which means that we actually might have to tear this down. I mean, I'm probably not gonna tear it down because this is the first building we ever made, the first structure. So I'm probably gonna find a way for it to, like, I guess, implement into the city, but we are going to probably have to build like a truck next to it so it looks like it's being hauled around, and yeah, all that cool stuff. We also have to like finish this side of the wall. I didn't like do this side at all because I wasn't really looking from this angle, but yeah, it looks like super caved in right here, no support at all. We got to finish the support side on the bottom and the back side, and yeah, this will be basically done for this overpass. And then yeah, I want to just like work in sections though. So we're gonna go ahead and like work in sections. I'm going to choose a spot and we're gonna just completely finish it, or at least mostly, at least like 80%. But honestly, if I can do 100%, that'll be good. Luckily for me, I already designed some cars in creative, so I can just make some cool cars here. I think I really want to start off with the gas station, because this honestly for me is the biggest eyesore with all these torches here. I really want to find a way to get some hidden lighting, but I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. But we definitely need to like add some lights up here. My idea was to use end rods, so that means we have to go to the end. I'm gonna be entirely honest, I have not been to the end in quite a while, and I kind of forgot where the portal is. I might have to pull up some old footage just to find out where it is. Alrighty guys, we have 61 blaze rods. We have all of our chorus fruit kind of cooking in here, making our pop chorus. And then we actually have a small like chorus farm just to have some way to automate end rods for the city. I am definitely going to be making a better farm at some point, but for now, you know, we gotta start up a little humble. You know what I'm saying? I kind of just like AFK'd inside of the fifth wheel, kind of let these things grow really tall. I'm probably have a lot of iron here now because we are AFK'd all night. Yeah, this thing is absolutely full to the brim. Let me actually take everything out here because I can actually use this iron for more beacons. I'm just gonna start scouting a bunch of pyramids all over the city. Because to be honest, I don't feel like tearing them down. I really don't. Especially if I have to go back over there later. Why do that when we have a ton of iron? We can just craft beacons everywhere. Why is there dirt block right here? Man, I tell you, these Endermen are quite pesky creatures. Alrighty guys, we have done quite a bit. If you guys did notice in time lapse, I actually went ahead and made some hidden lighting inside of these carpets here. It's not the best, but it looks a lot better than just having the torches standing up, so I'm gonna take it for now. But we designed this this truck right here. This is supposed to be like a Silverado. I don't know if you guys know many American trucks, but these things are massive. Like, I don't know why they made them so big, but yeah, you can literally crouch under them. Like, yeah, anyone that says, if you own a Silverado, okay, and you don't think it's big, just look at this video. Look at this. I can crouch under your truck. This should not be able to happen. But yeah, we made a truck right here. We also have a pickup truck in the back over here, and we have another like car right here. We also have the same design car, but in a different color over here. I'm probably gonna add a couple more cars and maybe like one more, maybe two. But I don't want to have this place look like too much traffic. I don't want to have too many cars here. I actually kind of took a moment to stop, but everything's going great. Wait, weren't you somewhere else? I'm pretty sure I saw you somewhere else. How'd you get over here? Get out of here. But yeah, I want to take a moment to stop because something's been bothering me. And what's been bothering me is the choice of block that I use for the floor. The smooth stone, I think is it? Smooth stone slabs. It's just a bit like gritty. It looks really okay. I just said gritty. It looks like a grid, like it's tile. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a tile block. And while I do like tile blocks, I don't think for the you know, the gas station floor it should be a tile block. I'm thinking of something that's more smooth, that blends in with each other, sort of like how this all blends in together. How this andesite kind of blends in together. I want to have it something like that. So I gathered some blocks to come up with the idea for what I should do. Now obviously it needs to match like somewhere close to these, because obviously, I mean, there are actually blocks that are much closer to this than the smooth stone. So this probably would look better if I switch it quite a bit for sure. So I'm thinking we could do either tough, which could look good. It's actually a pretty close match. That might be the closest. We have tough, we have cobblestone, which I don't think I want to do cobblestone because it's very textured. I want something that's more smooth. So honestly, we're probably just gonna throw cobblestone out of the equation here. So we're gonna either go with stone or tough. Now they both look pretty good, and I haven't used stone yet for anything else, so stone could work as well as tough. So man, I honestly don't know. I think for me personally, tough might be a bit too textured. Like, there is quite a bit of contrast in here. You have some darker grays, you have some lighter grays, some almost whites. Over here you just have more of a, like, I guess, tighter palette, not as much loose colors going in different ranges. So for that reason, we might just go with stone, but we might end up implementing some andesite as well, because andesite is also a block that is pretty smooth with the colors. I think stone has a tighter range than the andesite, but we can kind of like implement some andesite here and there to kind of give it a little bit of texture and switch it up a little bit. But stone does match pretty decently. It's not as good as tough in my opinion, but it would do the trick. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and build a pillar over here and go ahead and just switch out the entire floor. I'm not even gonna do time lapse. I'm just gonna cut, and the entire floor is gonna be done. Alrighty guys, after I want to say like 5 or 6 hours, I don't know why it took so long, but well, I do know why it took so long. Smooth stone isn't instant mineable. We have the beacon over there, but it was completely irrelevant because we could not instant mine it. So we had to break all of this manually one at a time. But I think it was definitely worth it. Stone just looks a lot easier on the eyes. I went ahead and made some other designs like this tank here. I'm guessing this is gonna like a blue rhino sort of a tank. I think that's propane. And then we have some other like tank stuff over here. I'm gonna probably decorate this a little bit more later and detail it. But yeah, you guys can see the picture we have over here. More like hazardous things that shouldn't be exposed to the public because some drunk person might just run into it and blow the whole gas station up at some point. We added all the hidden lighting, which really only shows best at nighttime, which, by the way, works phenomenally. Okay, no mob spawn in the gas station at all. I forgot that they actually made an update that made it to where basically mobs can only spawn at light level 0. So even if it's light level 1, and it's like one of these further away blocks that's not so close to the actual light sources, they still won't spawn, which is awesome. And if I ever do see a mob spawn in a certain spot, I will probably light it up a little better. I can use F3 to actually like find out the light level for each block. So yeah, that's good. Actually, yeah, we can go over here and see. This one right here is... So right here is still 9. So this is pretty high still. So that is very, very good. We also made a bit of an interior on the inside. Now, I didn't actually finish this, and the reason why is because I actually might save this one for a stream. I've been meaning to, like, you know, chat to you guys about that for a bit. Want to start streaming on the channel, you know what I'm saying? Consistent streams every single week. Maybe even like 2 or 3 a week. And on Mondays, I was thinking of doing a thing called Map Mondays, where I just make a map. Now, the reason why I want to make a map is because I want to have actual road signs. So you guys know, like the 50 miles per hour or 55 miles per hour. You know, the actual road signs we have here in America. I want to make those so we can actually slap them on here. So we can make a stop sign right here. We can make, you know, I guess speed limit signs, left turns, right turns. That, you know, you guys know what I'm saying. So basically every Monday I would hop on a stream and just do at least one. You know, if you can do multiple, that'd be great, but at least one. Once you actually have like most of the block, you can pop out tons of signs because a lot of the ones for speed limits are going to be all the same, just black and white, and then stop signs are just red. So I probably just have a template. Also, I do want to have the like black and yellow stripes for like caution tape. Definitely want to have some of that too. That's going to add a lot of detail to the city. If you guys know me, I like small details. I like details like that. It just really adds more atmosphere to the city. Going that extra mile, no pun intended. Now, sadly for this, we're gonna have to like postpone the gas station again. I know I said I wanted to like finish it all the way, but there's a couple of things I want to do. We're gonna come back to this in today's video still, but I'm not going to continue with this. I have a couple of things to think about. First of all, we have the back of the gas station, which looks cool, but I don't know what in the world we're going to do with this. I have no idea. Like, we have water here. I kind of want to implement this into the city, but this is quite elevated, so we're going to have a pretty steep drop down, which could look cool, which would be fine. We can have a line of trees in the back, so it kind of makes everything look nice. However, we have to do that kind of like fast. And what I mean fast is the road is this high right here, so we have to have it drop down pretty steep, like pretty quickly. You know, we're not able to like gradually make it go down really smooth. I mean, we don't have to have it at the actual level of the water. I just definitely want it to be lower. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for that. I'm probably gonna save that one for another video for sure. I did like do a little bit of this right here for the pavement of the curved road, which is looking pretty cool. It's definitely starting to blend into the normal roads. We still gotta finish this road too. And I just realized that we really need to get a ink farm. Oh, it's raining. Yeah, we really need to get an ink farm in here. It's gonna just be super, super useful, especially with all the roads that we have planned to make in the city. I mean, literally almost every episode, I'm gonna be building roads for a long time, for probably years to come. If I'm in this world for years, like every single episode is gonna be more roads and more areas being opened for more buildings and more city stuff. So I think an ink farm is definitely gonna be quite useful. We already have a gravel farm. You can't really automate sand, but sand's really easy to get anyway, so that doesn't really matter. So I think right now we need to go ahead and shift our attention to making a squid farm, and I think I might already have everything I need for that. Let me sleep quick. I can't wait to actually get the rest of this inside done, because this will look pretty cool. I like the way the lights look already. Look at the tail lights glowing. Super, super cool, man. The city's really starting to come together. I'm really liking this so far. I'm probably going to steal one of these llamas and make him one of the clerks that work here. Okay, let's go over here and see what we have. So another thing, our storage has been really bad. Like, I moved everything at the gas station inside of here, because we are just completely out of space. We are kind of struggling with storage right now, which is why my next video is probably going to be oriented around building some sort of storage or home. I already mentioned in the beginning that I plan on building something on the top of this mountain, which is probably going to be like a manor, like I said in the last video. So like some sort of real estate or whatever. For me, this is gonna be my home finally, instead of living in the old fifth wheel over there. So yeah, we're definitely going to be doing something up here in the next video, probably. That's why I've been kind of hinting towards it, because I'm building this road to kind of lead up to here. So we're going to be doing some fun stuff on the top of the mountain, probably. That's why I'm trying to get most of this stuff wrapped up. That way I don't feel like I'm starting new projects without finishing others. But yeah, we're going to need a lot of stone here, or at least some block, but I feel like stones will be have most of. Actually, it doesn't even have to be all stone. It can be cobblestone too. We do not discriminate. And then also we can go ahead and grab I guess some rails. Yeah, we're gonna need some powered rails. I think I actually have some over here. While I'm grabbing this stuff, I do want to chat about some cool ideas I have. First of all, I was thinking about a transit system where we can kind of like move really quickly between cities, because this is currently Pinecrest City, but obviously this is gonna get pretty big pretty fast. I mean, guys, I'm really trying to go overkill with this city thing. Like, I'm gonna play on this world. What happened here? I'm going to play on this world as long as I can. This is basically a forever world. So I want to be making this city as massive as I can. And if that means that a city's gotten too big, that means it's time to build new cities. Just like in real life. So we might have to make transit systems to go between different cities. Right now we're in Pinecrest Valley, but later on it could be something else. Do I have any powered rails? Any powered rail enjoyers? We gotta find a nice ocean. Now, the funny thing is, this is actually an ocean right here. This right here, you see there's like the kelp and squid and even dolphin spawn here. So this is honestly perfect. I just don't want to build it somewhere where you can see from the city, because I don't know how I'm going to hide a giant cube. Like that right there, we can hide that in like a helicopter or a plane or whatever and call it a day. But this, I don't know, this is going to be much bigger than that. This is sort of temporary. Like I really don't know what I'm going to do for that like decoration up there. I still have no idea. But yeah, I don't want to build it here. I think I want to find a different ocean biome to build it at. Honestly, I don't want to build it really anywhere too close. Like, at least if we're going to make something cool in the sky, there shouldn't be two things in the sky that close. So yeah, we're going to have to find something. We don't want to build over here either, because this is going to be all, like, this is all going to be city. You can see the roads are already starting to like make their way and kind of form. So yeah, this is all gonna be city too. This is also an ocean. I don't want to build the bottom until I build the, or my bad, I'm saying it backwards. I don't want to build the top until I build the bottom. So we're gonna need some powered rails and regular rails. Why is there like a perfectly aligned row of turtles on this beach? Like what's going on over here? It looks like they're about to like start a swimming race. So they're about to just get ready and just swim across here to that side. I might do something with these guys. Alrighty guys, we are entirely finished with the squid farm. Look at all this, man. Look at all this. It took us a while. We had to do a lot of mob proofing, but all of it's cleared up. We actually have a very functional squid farm now. We fly up here to our AFK. Fly up here to our AFK platform. You can see that this thing is extremely efficient. I'm actually really happy, because it has been really annoying to just collect squid every once in a while when I'm trying to build roads. So now all we have to really focus on is just getting sand. If we could just, you know, generate a ton of roads for the city. But as you can see, it works really well. Look at this. There is like a spot that squid can spawn. Like, yeah, in here, like this cave is full of water. I don't know why, but they usually despawn, so it's not a big deal. And I was AFKing here for like 20 minutes, and we got so much ink sac already. Let's check it out. Hold on, let's see. Well, bam jam, look at this. And we got a little bone meal and some raw salmon. I will say this is not my design. I forgot to mention that this is by Shulkercraft. This is not my design at all. I just wanted a squid farm because I'm tired of hunting for squid manually. They're real annoying. So now that we've done that, we can go ahead and collect a bunch of ink sac and start working on getting some more roads built, because that's kind of the whole idea for this. We're going to basically be using like 99% of the ink sac we get from this thing just in developing roads. We don't really need it for anything else. Maybe black stained glass here and there for windows, but that's about it. Let's throw all of this in here. Now we are gonna have to figure out a way to get bone meal easier, because at this point it's easier to get ink sac than it is to get bones, which is kind of funny. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need bone meal to make light gray light gray dye, which is cool because that means that all this ink sac basically just gets doubled. So we're gonna have so much gray concrete to build so much roads. I actually think I have some bones in here. We have nowhere near as much as we do ink sac now. Alrighty guys, well, unfortunately we're gonna have to end today's video here. I did not realize that I was actually pushing 30 minutes on this video. We're currently at like 25 minutes long, which is the longest video I've ever had on this channel. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to end this one short. I did want to finish the actual, like, you know, gas station, but probably gonna save it for a stream. And I also wanted to do more terraforming over here. I know I mentioned that earlier, to kind of clean this up. And there's a couple of things I want to say about this before we wrap today's video. First things first, I just installed 2 new mods. And if you guys didn't know, this is like modded vanilla. I'm not using, mods that are crazy or that give me advantages or items. There are what I call builder mods. The first 2 mods that we had was the replay mod. Obviously, whenever I record my time lapses, the top left recording symbol up there is the replay mod active right now, recording everything I'm doing. And then we also have the Freecam mod. That's all we had. So the Freecam mod, so we can kind of get like different visuals of certain angles of builds while we're building it, that we don't have to like keep flying around and wasting firework rockets and stuff like that. Not very advantageous unless you kind of like start going underground and trying to, look through caves, which could be kind of useful, but I mean, I never really use it for that. There we go. We have 2 new mods, which is, I believe, I forgot what it's called. That's right, Axiom. We have the Axiom mod, and we also have Litematica. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's like Schematica. Basically, I can make schematics of builds for my creative testing worlds and copy them over and basically, build them using a schematic, which I'm gonna tell you guys right now is such a game changer, because usually I have to hop back and forth between my creative testing world and my survival hardcore world when I'm building something very large. But with this, I can just build it all in survival. It's going to make the process much faster, and it's going to be a lot neater. I will know exactly how many blocks I need, which is really cool. As for the Axiom mod pack, I use that mainly for like world edit, which is also a creative testing thing. They're both basically creative testing mods. I'm not actually using anything inside of the hardcore world besides Schematica, basically, or Litematica, whatever it's called, which, like I said, isn't actually giving me an advantage besides allowing me to see like where I want to build stuff. It's not going to make my job of collecting items any easier, so therefore I'd say it's a pretty safe mod to use. And to be entirely honest, these are probably the only mods I'm going to be using on this world. If I do add any other extra stuff, it might be things for like player heads or armor stands that we can allow them to have different positions or like custom positioning. If I do want to add like people around the city, which would be really cool. But other than that, yeah, we're not adding any other mods. I'm not sure if there's a way you guys can see what mods I've loaded. Oh yeah, you can see Litematica down the bottom left. We also have Sodium for our, shaders and stuff like that, because Optifine isn't working for some reason. And I'm actually glad I did that, because I was about to go ahead and like redo that mountain pace like I said earlier, but I'm probably going to use Axiom to do it. Only issue is I've never used Axiom before, so I have to learn everything about it. But we're probably going to be doing that on the live stream as well. So we're going to be doing some creative testing, creative terraforming and stuff like that, making schematics and doing some cool stuff like that. I will also make sure I'm recording so I can make some time lapses for the videos. And yeah, so yeah, honestly, to be entirely honest with you guys, I might not even build the thing on top of the mountain next episode. Or if I do, we're definitely doing this too, because we have to finish all of this still. We still have so much work to do. We got to get rid of the rest of this mountain here. We have to smoothen this out, decorate the bottom of this better, get rid of this. Yeah, we have quite a bit of work ahead of us. Today is currently Friday. This should be the video I'm actually, or not the video, but the day I'm actually posting today's video. And I plan on actually doing a live stream tomorrow. So Saturday live stream. During the Saturday live stream, I'm probably going to be doing a lot of like catching up stuff, so you guys don't have to like be bored about going over the same things I've already built over and over again. We built this gas station a couple episodes ago. We should not still be working in the gas station, so all this stuff's probably gonna be done on a live stream, as well as other like terraforming things, organics in nature, catching everything up with how it should be. And then after that, that's probably when I'm gonna start recording the actual next video, which is going to be the building up there. So yeah, that sounds about good. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned that I started planning some other roads over here too. We got a curve right here around this lake. It's not going to be perfectly around the lake, which is fine, because that's not very, realistic. But it is going to go over the lake curving, which is going to be really cool. It's going to have this cool, like, lake view on this side. This part's not going to have any buildings, obviously. It's going to just drop down straight like a bridge. And then we're going to have some buildings on the inside of this. All that stuff's to come, though. We're not going to focus too much on that stuff. We got a lot of terraforming to do for this, though. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up today's video. If you guys did enjoy this one, make sure you guys go ahead and smash that like button. This video was definitely a longer one. If you guys do enjoy longer videos, let me know. Usually my videos are like between 8 to 10, maybe 12 minutes long max. This one's going to be like 25, maybe 26 minutes, which is definitely cool. Like, I don't mind making longer videos. I definitely like it, so I can implement more things and show you guys more of what I'm doing behind the scenes, instead of just having a lot of cuts and a lot of stuff just kind of building it like randomly. I do have an idea to stream on Monday to do our map Mondays, like I mentioned earlier. So if you guys do want to tune into that, I'll probably have community posts going live like a couple of hours before I actually go live. That way you guys know on the channel whenever I am going to go live, you guys can come in there and chat with me and give me some ideas, because yeah, I sometimes I don't have good ideas. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, love, and understanding always.